Let me paint you a real picture. You're across from me, maybe late at night, a drink in your hand, the air heavy with that rare kind of silence that makes everything feel honest. You lean in and ask, "Man, why do some women pull away the moment I start showing I care?" And right there, that's the question most men never say out loud. You're not wondering how to attract her. You already did that. You're not confused about how to get physical. That's not the mystery. What you're really asking is, why does emotional closeness scare her off? Why does vulnerability seem to turn passion into distance? And I've got answers for you. Real ones. The kind no one teaches growing up. Because the truth is this: she doesn't fall for what you do. She falls for what she feels around you. Often, without even realizing it. Not because of your resume, your looks, or how well you treat her on paper. She falls, slowly and silently, through a deeper experience. Through how present, grounded, and emotionally certain you are in her company. Let's break it down. 1. She doesn't fall for your image. She falls for your energy. Let me tell you about this rooftop bar I was at. Dim lights, designer shirts, everyone posturing. One guy by the fire pit is talking loud, flashing his success. The apartment, the six-figure deal, the gym routine. On paper, impressive. But I watched the women around him. Eyes glazed, smiles tight, energy lukewarm. It was noise, not connection. Now, just across the way, there's another guy. Quiet, relaxed. No flashy talk. But the woman next to him? She was laughing softly, leaning in, completely tuned in. That's when it hit me. Women don't fall for your resume. They fall for your frequency. It's the calm in your voice, the grounded way you hold space, the confidence that doesn't try to convince. When a woman feels safe, seen, and emotionally settled in your presence, that's when her guard drops. Not because you performed, but because she felt something real. So forget leading with highlights. Lead with your presence. That's what she'll remember when you're gone. Not the words, but the feeling that lingered in her chest. 2. Don't over-communicate. Let her feel you instead. Most guys confuse connection with constant availability. Over-texting, endless check-ins, just thinking about you messages. But real connection? It isn't about frequency. It's about depth. That moment where you sit beside her and say absolutely nothing, but your silence is calm, not awkward. When she looks at you and feels something still, something steady, that's the moment she remembers. Not the texts, not the compliments, the moment when she didn't have to perform and neither did you. When you show up whole, no script, no act, you show her what it feels like to be around a man who's not needing something from her, but simply being there. And that stays with her. Not in her head, in her body. 3. She mirrors your self-respect. Forget the followers, the image, the lifestyle. What she's really observing is how you treat yourself when no one's watching. She's noticing how you react when plans fall through, whether you bend to keep the peace or calmly stand firm in what you believe. Women don't attach to dominance, they attach to integrity. The man who can say, "This is what I allow in my life, and this is what I don't," not with ego, but with quiet clarity. He's rare. She doesn't want you to dim your truth to keep her. She wants to feel that you value your peace more than her approval. That's magnetic. That's masculine. 4. Stop trying to be perfect. She wants your real. There's always that moment you start to feel something real, and suddenly you overcorrect. You soften your edges. Avoid disagreement. Tiptoe through conversations. But here's the truth. The more you try to be perfect, the more she loses the man she was drawn to. She didn't want a polished robot. She wanted you. The version with opinions, with flaws, with a pulse. When you're grounded enough to say what you feel. Not recklessly, but honestly. She starts trusting you. Why? Because it tells her that you won't hide who you are just to keep her happy. That's where emotional safety is born. 5. Stop trying to control the narrative. Just be you. Most men run on a silent performance loop. They hide excitement, mask their care, downplay affection. Why? To seem cooler, less eager, more mysterious. But women aren't reading your words. They're reading your alignment. They can feel when something's off, when you're editing yourself to get it right. And that emotional disconnect, it doesn't attract her, it repels her. Instead, be bold enough to stand in your unfiltered truth. Let her feel you're real, even if it's raw, even if it's uncertain. She may stay, she may go, but she'll always remember the man, not the mask. Here's the bottom line. Women don't fall for what's said. They fall for what's felt. Don't try to earn love by performing. Be the man whose presence creates connection, not by chasing, but by being solid. When you live like that, the right woman won't just be interested. She'll feel safe. She'll feel seen. And she'll never forget you. So stop scripting your life for validation. Start living it from truth, because that's how real connection begins, and where it never ends.